What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zacky, aka I am Zacky, aka Super French Big Z, creator of Jelly Radio and more podcast, and the website zack.coffee, zack.coffe. This is Coffee with Zack. I don't have a cup of coffee with me right now because I've already had about 2 or 3 cups of coffee right now today. But I do have a Red Bull. I have a Red Bull because why? Because this past weekend was the Japanese Grand Prix. Japanese Grand Prix with Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. And great news for those two guys. They did an excellent job and they were able to win that championship. So very excited for Max Verstappen. He was completely, I don't know what the word is, but extremely disrespected in Australia. And, I don't know what else to say, but the fact that there's tampering with this vehicle at in Australia, it was tampering. So because there was tampering, there will have to be a full investigation with Interpol Sport. They will have to investigate why, out of all the vehicles that day, for some reason, Max Verstappen's vehicle in the very first lap caught on fire and he lost his vehicle. Max Verstappen, nearly could have had, a heart attack because of the palpitation and the amount of stress he was under. This is a Formula One driver. He's stressed out of his life, and imagine what goes through his mind in the very first lap. Thankfully, I took the initiative and immediately jumped online on the PlayStation and immediately live stream some F123 and Formula One Manager 23 for emotional support. It's very important you need to understand that, some people make fun of Great Teacher Onizuka and GTO and all that culture, but there's a lot behind it. It really helps a lot of people. There's a lot of people who've had very tough livelihoods, very tough childhood, and, the teachings of Onizuka, just like that one YouTube video I shared so many years ago, that description of the guy who talked about Great Teacher Onizuka for about 10 minutes. Do you remember that video? Well, guess what? Now, Great Teacher Onizuka is on Netflix. 43 episodes. It's an amazing show. You have to watch it. Obviously, Great Teacher Onizuka is on the cover of Benkyo Radio. Benkyo Radio, the channel where you can listen to lo-fi and study. Just help you study. Do whatever you got to do. You have a tough day. You're not going well. Just put on those earbuds. Listen to some music and do your homework. Whether it's homework, whether you're working, whether you just need to read, whatever you got to do. Just listen to some lo-fi. There's over 1,200 episodes. Enjoy. I'm wearing a athletic Oakland A's hat temporarily. I'm wearing it like that because obviously that means I got your back. That's a very common expression, and the reason why I got the A's back is because one of my best friend, who's kind of like missing right now, is a big fan of the Atlantic Oakland A's, and apparently the Oakland A's are going to be in West Sacramento for about 3 years. For the next 3 years, I guess they were going somewhere else. I don't know where they were going, but apparently they're going to be in West Sacramento, and it's going to be over there. So I look forward to going to a game, and I know he's probably laughing right now because I am a Reds fan, and I'm gonna wear my Reds hat now, and obviously he's gonna laugh because as I've made that expression before, if you think I'm strong and if you think I'm powerful, well, this guy is like 100 or 1,000 times stronger than I am. So, but we'll have a fun, sporting event where I don't know if the Reds will play the Oakland A's anytime between the next 3 seasons, but I look forward to it. It should be fun. Let's see. I wanted to talk about a couple things. I've been obviously didn't get a chance to do my video and we got to delve into it. We got to go right into it. As you know, I'm part of the hashtag Geeks for Geeks. That's the hashtag, the trending hashtag for everyone who loves technology, loves video games, and that nature. And that's the hashtag I'm trying to send trending so we can talk about these things. Um, Big conundrum I ran into, recently. I basically have a Razer laptop, and it's an amazing machine, but the keyboard is busted, the touchpad is busted, so I have to use it with. It cannot leave the house. It has to be here for me to use it. So it's really problematic, really annoying. And then the GPU is kind of like dying. I need to get an upgrade. Um, I have a cheap AMD Lenovo, and that one's great. Works great. Sometimes the internet doesn't work. Sometimes it works. It's not as powerful as the Lenovo Legion. If it was the Lenovo Legion, it would run like amazing. But it was just a regular Lenovo, and unfortunately, as much as Windows is great for some ordeals, video recording is really not its forte. When you record a video on a Windows 11 machine, it basically just a couple of minutes is like 5 gigabytes. It was ridiculous. Have you tried to upload 5 gigabytes? It would take you forever. It would take forever. You know how some of our YouTube heroes, such as MKBHD, Dave 2D, and all those guys, when they say, "Oh, I have to upload," you know how long it would take to them to upload if they're on a Windows machine? It would take weeks. It would take weeks. So I had fun this past weekend. I'll delve into what I was doing this past weekend. But first, we have before I explain to yourself why having a MacBook Pro is really quintessential to what you need to do when you're a creator or influencer or, you know, DJ, all that stuff. So 2 weeks ago, I wanted to tell a story. I want to tell a story, so I'm going to tell the story right now. I hung out with my mom to the mall, and I hung out with my mom to the mall. And the reason why I did that is because um, when I was a kid in high school, just like any other emo kid who's in high school, you go to the mall and you buy some music, you buy a CD. And I bought a CD of Eminem. I bought Eminem's first CD, back when he was on MTV, Slim Shady and all that. That was the first CD that I bought, and I love that CD. It was a great CD, and it helped me through some tough times, just like any other kid in high school throughout their high school years, listening to music with their earbuds, with their Walkman, with their CD player. Now, I guess nowadays they listen to Apple Music or Spotify, whatever. And that's what we did. We had a CD, and I would listen to some music. And it's when you're that young and you're just trying to get through life, trying to get through some puberty, all this and that. That's what you listen to. And I even had a fun anecdote where I uh, I was at a relay for life. I was in a relay for life, and I you know I didn't have the guts to speak to you know the cute girls from school who were with me, but that night in the tent, we literally got to sleep next to one another. And it was like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. I got to sleep next to one of my crushes. It's kind of a funny story. I basically listed like 6 crushes instead of just one. It's kind of an inside joke. It's like, everyone on their high school thing, they mention like one crush, or just I just started mentioning 6 of them. So it's kind of an inside joke. But one of them was in the tent, and we basically slept one to another, and we didn't do anything, but I just slept next to her. And I was like, oh, this is good. And then we were doing the Relay for Life. Relay for Life is an organization where you walk for cure for cancer. Cure for cancer. Now this is back in the late '90s, early 2000s. Cancer research is basically pathetic at this point. It's really not going anywhere. But this is way before this is way before the advancements in multiple hospitals or schools, universities who can, do amazing wonders for a cure for cancer. Schools like Ohio State University, where are some of the advancements, you know, things like nanotechnology, which immunotherapy can really developments with mRNA and that kind of stuff. You can, you know, some of the technology they're working on is essentially people who have cancer can use nanotechnology to remove the cancer and they feel okay. We're talking like advancements that you don't even know how, people that they always like, we're working on the cure for cancer, we're working on the cure for cancer. The stuff exists in theory and they're working on it in practice. And when they work on it in practice, it really can do wonders. It's really, it's the, people work about the gold mine and people are always like, we got to worry about money. We got to worry about the stock market. We got to worry about Wall Street. Look, the cure for cancer is there. It's actually a little bit embarrassing, but the cure for cancer is actually, embarrassingly enough, inside uh, sperm and DNA of some individuals that are seems to have some kind of specific genetic trait, which is absolutely incredible. Where you look at that stuff through a microscope and you start to wonder what the hell is all that? It's a little weird, but it's it's a combination of you know it's that technology that everyone frowns upon in religion. Gene therapy and things of that. It actually can do some wonders because people are like, are you trying to play God? All this and that. If you can look, there's a coffee shop a couple miles away, and it's in front of a cancer hospital. So this whole notion of playing God, if you could cure all those people in that cancer hospital, trust me, they wouldn't give two shits about you playing God. They would want they would want every patient in that cancer hospital to be cured. Seriously. But yeah, there's so many wonders. Okay, back to what I was saying about Eminem. Yeah, I like I said, I was in high school and I bought his CD and I just listened to it. It was great. And it's like it just helped you some so many tough times, and you just listening to that music and it was just so amazing. And um, I bought his. I just wanted to go into a record store and I wanted to buy his new CD. That's what I wanted to do. And unfortunately, record stores don't really exist anymore. They do exist sometimes. I actually like to go one in Davis. Davis is a school, UC Davis, in near Sacramento. It's actually it's a school where I used to go there to eat lunch at an Irish pub, and then I would go to their coffee shop to read and study when I was solo and by myself and working on mental health by myself, writing, journaling, all this and that. So I love that place. I really like Davis on Sundays. And the reason why I would go to Davis on Sundays is because, therapy is expensive as hell. So that was like my extra day of therapy, just on the cheap side, just a cup of coffee, my journal, my music, my books, my laptop. That's what I was doing in Davis. But when you listen to music, Eminem has had a tough amount of years when he was upset. He was upset, and the poor guy worked so hard on his music, only to be labeled as just another white boy, just another white boy. And when he does songs like Rap God and all those, it really goes to show that he does a certain je ne sais quoi, as we say in French, where he impresses Dr. Dre. Okay, so when you're a white person and you impress Dr. Dre, that's pretty impressive. It takes a lot to impress Dr. Dre. Seriously. So shout out to Eminem and man, all those albums, all that music that we got to listen to, and I uh, I can't wait to listen to this album again. I listened to it; it was great, and I look forward to. I don't know. There was just something about when we being a teenager and just looking through all the lyrics and opening the jacket and all this and that. You just don't know that feeling anymore. You guys are all, you know, going on. You're just all adding all the songs on Spotify and Apple Music. You don't remember the joy we had to go inside a record store and buying a CD or a vinyl. You really need to do that. You know, we had these record store. We would go and just get a CD. You know, this is rap. This is rap music. This is for Omega Radio. This is for Omega Radio, my rap podcast. But if it was rock music like Oasis, that would be on Mu Radio. I can't. You will never re-experience the time where you first walk into a store and bought, you know, What's the Story, Morning Glory, Oasis, in a record store. You will never have that joy again. Even when I bought the remastered vinyl, you cannot even. It doesn't even compare. Like the first time you listen to Wonderwall, you listen to Wonderwall. Oh. But you know, this like I said, I went there with my mom, and just a shout out to moms, and just please respect your mother, and you know, when you're a teenager and you yell at her like an idiot, you know, just remember who she is, because when you go to college and you get all excited, like, oh my God, this is great. I'm in college. I can do whatever I want. I stay up late. Guess what? Are you a five-star chef? Do you know how to cook? Suddenly you will be in a situation where you will be, you know, completely unable to do whatever it is that you need to do. You need to really take that into consideration. When you're in high school and you scream at your mother, you know, I hate you, all this and that. Do you even, you know, this woman, clean your diapers, clean your diapers. So, in retrospect, when you get older and you start to look at everyone around you and you say, you know, when an elder asks you a question about computers or an iPad or an iWatch, help them. How many times have I said this? I've said it on a podcast. I've said it on a blog post. You know, if someone needs help in your family on how to use a computer, don't belittle them. Help them. It's very important. Is it too much to ask you to help your parents with a little computer problem? They're out there working their entire day to put food on the table, and you're all out there playing Fortnite, and you can't even be nice enough to show them how to, I don't know, restart the router or set up a printer. Be a little kinder to them. Obviously, that's a spiel for mom. The spiel's for dad. We'll do another one about for that. We'll you know, for dad we'll do a whole other spiel for that. But you know, please remember the first time you were in high school and you bought your favorite rapper CD or whoever, and then remember when you go in again and you buy his CD, his new CD. Remember that feeling. Whether you go to his concert or you don't go to his concert, you listen to his music. You know, these guys, like, they have a pen. They have a pen and they write these lyrics about these stories. And these stories are insane. The story is bananas. You have to understand, like, these stories are completely incredible. And what do we do to them? We mess them up. I hate TMZ. I never understood that about celebrity until I kind of became, I'm not that kind of famous, but at least I'm Twitter famous, I guess. And these stalkers or uh, TMZ basically makes these um, rappers and all these celebrities life miserable, and you don't even understand it. You have no concept of it. Do you have any idea what it's like to have a camera pointed in your face when you try to use the restroom? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine using the restroom and as you get out of the restroom, someone asking you for an autograph? That's what every rapper in ATL in Atlanta is thinking of, and they don't tell you that. They don't. They're not going to tell you that through a rap song. You're not going to see people from the ATL be like, "I'm so fucking tired of people coming out of the bathroom asking me for an autograph." They're not going to rap about that. They got plenty of other things that they're going to rap about. But that's some of their story. That's what they go through. Do you realize I've been waiting for BG to come back for a new album for years? For years. I'm waiting for him to come back for an album. And even if I saw him face to face or sat next to him, if he was busy with his family, with whoever, do you think it would be nice of me to find him, while he's like, I don't know, he's busy, he started all this? This man went through hell. He went through hell. He was in prison for 11 years and he just got out, and it's like he went to a time machine. He went to a time machine. He basically went in the past and now he's in the future. He looks, remember the analogy that I say, remember that PlayStation 1 controller? Look at your PlayStation 5 controllers. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. You need to understand that you need to enjoy your technologies. You need to really cherish them because you have no concept of what it was like for us in the 90s. You really don't. Like, we had to, like, we had these CDs, and then we made, like, mixtapes. We made, favorite songs, all this and that. That's what we did. We didn't just, like you kids are doing, like, oh yeah, I made you a mixtape. Well, when in fact all you did is steal all my playlists. That doesn't fly anymore. Like, everyone who's like, oh, I made this great mixtape for whoever, this and that. Okay, shut the fuck up. You all got it from my Jelly radios. Everybody knows. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on topic. And let's see. Let's go ahead and yeah, I'm wearing drawbridge. Let me go ahead and see if I can show you the back. Drawbridge. I'm wearing drawbridge because drawbridge is obviously for the fans of Death Stranding 2, and we have a, as you can see by the look on my face, I've seen hell, and and I'm ready for part 2. I guess I'm ready for part 2. So the kind of demons we've had to face in part 1 of Death Stranding, and now part 2 is going to be even greater. But there's a lot to look forward to. Kojima Production is working tirelessly on making this game, and I'm sure there'll be some great stories and some great adventures, some great storytelling, more motion cap from Norman Reedus, Leah Seydoux, and all those guys. And there's a lot of, it's going to be something special. And for people who use Death Stranding as not just a game to pass the time because it's a wonderful storytelling, but as a coping mechanism if you've gone through trauma, like I do. Like I've been through trauma last year, and basically, Death Stranding has been like a crutch for me, just to help me deal with the stress that I've been dealing with. But there's more to tell to this story. This game is it's there's stories to tell, and you will see, if you were impressed by Hideo Kojima when we're all excited about Metal Gear Solid 2, and then you don't get to play Metal Gear Solid 2, you play as Raiden, and then Raiden is just some kind of a wimpy girly man, and then Raiden comes back in Metal Gear Solid 4 and starts slashing all these cows like a ninja. If that's what Hideo Kojima does in a sequel to to Metal Gear Solid, just imagine what kind of surprise he does in Death Stranding 2, in Death Stranding 3, or in Death Stranding 0 if he does the prequel. We'll use our radio, July radio, and continue to get these messages of a time travel when I play Death Stranding. We'll continue to use the number of likes. We'll correspond it with the number of podcasts. We'll look for messages, and we'll try to tell some great stories. So we'll keep doing that, and more live stream to come as always. I got to live stream the boss battle, the main story. We did the main story arc, and oddly enough, there was a big storm here in Central Valley, California. It was kind of interesting, but I defeated the main story, and now we get to do the side missions. We're going to do a lot of these side missions, and we've gotten the EX grenade number 1, the EX grenade number 2, the EX grenade number 0. But what you don't know is that there's an EX grenade plus, which is, Sam Porter Bridges has to use a little bit of his blood for that. It's an even more powerful EX grenade. And like I said, I know features about Death Stranding 2 is, you're going to laugh, but you'll have to have a special EX grenade for, Norman Reedus will have to use a Playboy magazine or a Sports Illustrated magazine. He's going to have to and do that, and that will be another special EX grenade. It sounds weird and odd, but I'm serious. This is Hideo Kojima. His mind goes to places no one even fathomed to understand, comprehend. No one knows what he's smoking, and what's even more hilarious is he's not even smoking. What's even more hilarious is like he's doing this sober. He's got his mind must go places that who even knows how to come up with this stuff. Okay. Anyway, back to the next topic. I am entering, of course, a lot of contests. I think there's the tuner cult for the what is it? Porsche GT3, I think. Porsche GT3. I would love to win that car. It would be fun. It would be nice. I'm entering the 80 contest. I think that's a Lambo or a GT3 as well. One warning: some of the staff at the 8080 will go to prison and also suspended licenses because they removed all my entries for the past 6 months, which is against the law. So I've had a couple of entries for the past 6 months, and they removed all of them. And that's basically, you can't do that because I could have won some of these contests. So, fortunately, they'll have to face the authorities for that. But they have a new contest right now, so hopefully maybe I'll win the GT3. We'll see what happens. Okay, and even more better, I've entered another contest. This is actually the one I want to win. It's the LGND Legend contest for LGND 46, and it's my dream car. It's my dream car. It's the Audi RS6 Avant. And the reason why I want to win that car is because it's a really amazing fast car. And people are always like, "What are you transporting? What are you transporting?" Look at my goddamn portfolio and website and music. Look how much podcasts I've made. If I need a wagon, I need a wagon because I want to carry my KRK speakers and bass. That stuff is heavy. This is heavy. Back to the Future. Don't worry, we'll do more live stream of those. So I want to carry my KRK speakers, and I want to carry my DJ equipment, my turntables, and I also want to put a bicycle, bank your radio. Like I want to put a bicycle in there. I've always wanted to bike on Lake Tahoe and never got a chance to do it. And eventually hopefully we'll get to do it. It would be fun. And obviously in the future, it would be nice to put a baby stroller in there. In the future, I hope it'd be bad now, but thankfully we have Cameron Diaz to thank us to thank, because Cameron Diaz is having a baby at 51. So if Cameron Diaz can pull this off at 51, there's hope for us people who are in the 40s. Okay. Yeah, back to Death Stranding, storytelling. There's Death Stranding. There's more to the. There's really some more incredible theories, fan fiction, all this and that. But it appears that when Sam Porter Bridges hear voices, incredibly enough, it's as if he's time traveling to the time he was inside the womb or inside the pod. It's incredible. It's a sort of feeling where, when we're trying to talk to him, he's actually back in time in the womb, and people are talking to the womb. As you remember that great scene with Die Hartman, where he told everyone to do not shoot, leave Cliff alone while he was running with that with the pod of BB-28. It's an incredible scene, and spoilers, you will not get to see that scene until you get to the end of the game. And but there's really a lot of people have really questions about, how can Sam Porter Bridges hear all this stuff? He's like, he can hear it from the past where he's inside the womb. He's hearing thoughts and things inside the womb. It's an incredible feeling. Anyway, that's for Death Stranding 2. There's a lot more to talk about. We'll play more Death Stranding 2 for sure. And this is my update in English. It's my update in English. Now, I know a lot of people like me to hurry this up, but you need to understand that if I don't take my time to calmly explain these things, it's on purpose, because like Simpsons say, put a little Band-Aid. Lisa's putting a Band-Aid on Bart. He gets hurt. She's there to put a little Band-Aid when he has boo-boo. So, now obviously that's the metaphor. Lisa is just a kid sister, and he's just the brother of skateboarding. But picture a brother who works in a very difficult field, and picture the kid sister who happens to be a doctor or a nurse. Let's picture that metaphor. Picture that Bart is actually some kind of, I guess in my situation, a project manager, and picture that Lisa is some kind of EMT or a doctor or firefighter, whatever. Just picture that kind of trauma specialist. You just picture that metaphor. Okay, so that's that, and this, and a lot of crazy things happening around the country, but do not worry. Just It's we mentioned this already, but basically, you have to understand that you know Biden Harris is running. Don't take them for granted. Don't be like, oh, it doesn't matter if the vote doesn't matter the vote. Look, I was awake at night during the whole Trump era, having nightmares, writing my hardest to make sure that Biden gets into office, or else the country would have not survived. Hey, let's be honest. Like you see all these military guys with all their big accolades and all the stars and all this and that. You know what they really want to say when they make their big speeches? They say, "Listen, goddammit, if Trump was in office for one more day, the whole country would go. It would drown. The whole country kaput. Seriously, like 1 million people died from COVID, and people are like, oh, everyone's watching all these. There's like 9 streaming companies of TV shows and movies. Everyone's just completely docile, just watching away. Every doctor in the hospital is basically like, do you even realize the day they have had? I gave people lectures. I had to. I gave people lectures like, look, goddamn it, um, you're watching, what's the stupid shows? What is that damn show? Those shows about Queen Elizabeth and all this and that. The Crown. You're watching The Crown. Look, pause The Crown for like 2 seconds and watch like a documentary on COVID with all these doctors who were like the level of stress that they were under, where wearing full heavy gear for like 8 hours a day for 6 months straight, not being able to hug their kids and daughters. Think about that kind of level of stress, okay? Empathize. The word is empathy. Are you familiar with the word empathy? Learn it. Um, to all my gaming friends, don't worry, guys. We're gonna have a great time. You're waiting on me to live stream this, and we're gonna enjoy these wonderful stories together. Don't worry. We got Snow Day, South Park. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We got Persona series, as always. I love Persona series. Now, as you know, we're kind of jumping around with Persona 4 and Persona 5, but don't worry, we'll just rewind back the clock and do Persona 3 Reload first. We'll do Persona 3 Reload first, then we'll get to Persona 4, then we'll get to Persona 5. We'll do them in order because that's the way it goes. And of course, I'm very excited about this. This is, of course, the sequel to um, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, a story that we've been waiting for over 25 years for the remake, and we're very excited. Like, I'm very perturbed because it appears that Tifa is now from Texas. Tifa is from Texas. This is crazy. This started cracking me up over here. Tifa was from this other town. Or I guess Tifa is wearing cowboy hat. I think she's from Texas or Alabama or something. It is weird. We'll get more into that. I'll go ahead and get more into the game, and we'll see what happens. But I have to cater to various audiences. Some people like this have to live stream this. Some people like that have to live stream this. For my friend who loves skateboarding, I have to live stream some skateboarding Tony Hawk 1 and 2. It's just that he's much better at doing tricks than I am, so it's going to take me a while to remember how to do all that stuff. Let's see. What else? I'm sure I'm missing something, but yeah, just do your homework, stay in school. Seriously, just stay in school. I don't know how else to say it, but just stay in school. Do your homework. Um, there's some cool TV shows that we're watching, and just waiting on what do we get? Let's see. Oh yeah, SEAL Team season 7 has been delayed, or what is it? Is it on? We'll look for it. So we're waiting for the new season. It should be good, and yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, guys, just keep on keeping on. And once again, congrats to Max Verstappen and the team at Red Bull. And if you if you're having a beer, cheers. And well, we have one more thing about my past weekend. I got to spend the weekend at W Hotel. It was a dream of mine. I wanted to go to W Hotel for like 10 years. I just could not afford it. But I got to go to W Hotel. Went to a concert. I've been waiting for 3 to 4 years to go to a concert. Went to see Charlotte DeWitt. It was amazing. Great concert. Although, for some reason, halfway through her DJ set was just a bunch of Indian gibberish. So I don't understand what the meaning was behind that. But I think that someone was in distress, like someone needed help, or there clearly is someone that needed some kind of help, assistance. And I was really upset I was really upset because I wanted to just um, go to Swedish House Mafia. I wanted to go see Steve Angelo. I want to see Steve Angelo, but it was 420 weekend. The hotel would have been 3 times the prices. I could not do it. It's too expensive. I can't afford it. I just can't. You know, despite everything that I do, the great work, the world on my shoulders expression, as we say sometimes, I still don't have a paycheck. I don't have a paycheck, and it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. I basically just said, look, I applied to like 12,000 jobs, and since for the past 5 years, I still can't get something. So I basically just put a picture of my resume of my college degree, and on my college degree, I showed you my middle name. My middle name is Ahmad. It's a Muslim middle name. And quite frankly, at this point, I'm starting to realize if I had an Indian middle name, I probably would have got a job already. But for some reason, my middle name is Ahmad and not Apu or whatever, and for some reason, I'm not getting a job. So it's really, when I immediately post that picture, it's too late to go back and say, oh no, we're gonna offer you a job. No, it's too late. You made that mistake. I basically have full ability to just pick up the phone and call Ohio State and say, can you please file a discrimination lawsuit against these recruiters? Like, look, I'm more than qualified to get a position, and for some reason, I cannot get a position. What's going on? A couple years ago, they tell me you're underqualified. You're underqualified, and what they're saying, you're overqualified. Are you serious? I don't have enough experience. I have too much experience. Taking me for an idiot? We're talking about CEOs who preferred not to pay a person simply because of his name. That is against the law. The Department of Justice will look at the name and say, did you not give him a job because of his name? That's against the law. You cannot think that just because, most of these temp agencies are all, the IT tech support is in India, they can all give each other their jobs. Like, I'll just hire another Indian. Just hire another Indian. No. I am French, Afghan, American, and I have rights. So you better tread carefully next time you discriminate against me. They fired the whole SMG at Intel Corp. I told you I wasn't joking. I specifically said, I just need a job. I'm trying to just use Microsoft Project. I'm using Outlook. Microsoft Project, Outlook. I want to talk to my supervisor. She's there for, support, and she basically gives presentation to all these other people who, know nothing about technology, and, she basically smiles for the camera or whatever. And I'm basically over here just working, and, Everybody's calling us, can you just fix this? And we have to fix it. And basically, you know, it's IT crowd. It's like the two guys in the basement. One's kind of like in the server room, and he's like a vampire, and and then the lady over here. Is essentially what it is, and it's really frustrating when a terrible CEO would prefer to fire and ruin tens of thousands of jobs as opposed to simply hire one person. And yes, I can do the job of 5 people or 10 people or 100 people or 1,000 people or maybe 100,000 people. It doesn't matter. Look, I just wanted to be there and use Outlook, use Microsoft Project. These two things. And for some reason, I cannot get the job. It's discrimination. It's discrimination. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Everyone's ashamed. The press release went out. Everyone at SMG got fired. Pat's over here still doesn't care. He thinks that he's some kind of a Zionist god, which is stupid. He's a Zionist Illuminati at this point. Compliance. Look at his rap sheet. He's aiding and abetting a genocide, so he's not compliant. Is Pat's here in the MAGA cult? Okay, that's not compliant either. Okay, okay. Now we got to vent. There's a bunch of other work to do, and that's what we'll get to do. So, shout out to Jean-Marc, who is still in some kind of black hole or parallel universe. I cannot seem to get a hold of him, so I have to show proof that he is a real person and that he exists. This is the pamphlet that Jean-Marc gave me before my first day at Intel Corp. And it says right here, congratulations, Zacky, and it's got his signature, and it says 12 2015. So this is Jean-Marc. He exists. Jean-Marc is a real person. His last name is Mensa. He was my best friend. He worked at Intel, and for some reason, after a concert at Jean-Michel Jarre, I never heard from him again. He just kind of like vanished. Where are you keeping him? Is he like Morpheus or something? I can't find the guy anywhere. Anyway, other topics people have questions about, foreign affairs. Look, I'm not trying to embarrass you, but when Blinken has to go to France to deliver a speech, you got the point. Like, he needs my help. I understand. I will help. But look, the whole goddamn everything always East Coast. Please open up shop in West Coast. Just fucking West Coast. Find an office and let's talk. I'll be here. I'll write. We'll do whatever. Just, people live in the West Coast as well. I'm not moving to the East Coast. I'm not. I'm sorry. The East Coast, shitty weather, cold, and to be frank, I tried to go to New York City and literally almost died for some stupid reason. I don't know what happened. I just, went to New York. I don't know if it was like Italian mobsters or whatever. It did not turn well. I'd rather be into the realm of California, and California. I like California. California, as Arnold would say, but I'm not gonna start recreating West Coast East Coast beef over here. But let's continue with the next topic over here. Um, oh yeah, if you ever try some Petit Écolier chocolate, they're from Lou. It's a very good chocolate. Make sure you check that out. And let's see, what else? What else? What else? Um, Obviously, there's more than I can think of. It's just that I just got back from my weekend in San Francisco. I'm sorry I didn't get to sit down at the bar. I'm sorry I didn't get to visit Japantown and French restaurant. I basically danced so much at Charlotte DeWitt that the day after I basically broke my back. I broke my back because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and as you know, people who have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, their joints are very fragile, and they break. That's why you see people with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome who have rings on their fingers because they literally, if they go like this the wrong way, they can actually break their own fingers. It's crazy. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, chronic illness. There's like 4 levels of them, and some of them are very dangerous, very sad. Like there's classical, there's a different one, but some people, you need to understand how much we need to raise awareness about this condition because it's really getting disrespectful when a lot of doctors don't understand this disease and basically label us as lazy. It's just really annoying. A lot of people with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome are tired. They're not lazy, they're exhausted. They're exhausted all day long. They don't want to be, but they are. And some of those people who are Ehlers-Danlos, the classical or the other one, whatever it's called, there's one type that I am. I'm one type, type 1 or 2, they're not too sure. But the other type is very serious and dangerous. And why is that? Is because that type means they can get a heart attack and die at any point in time in their lives. Any point. Just like that, they can lose their lives. Death Stranding, the guy who's walking with the guy who's sleeps at the beach and tries to find his family, that gets the AED like every 24 seconds because his heart doesn't work. Well, that's Ehlers-Danlos, the other condition. Any point in time during the day while they sleep, whenever they could have a heart attack. That's how dangerous that condition is. That's why we raise awareness about it. That's why when we get discriminated in the workplace, we raise our voices. We talk about it. You can't just use a loophole and say, he just checkmarked that disability option on his application. Let's use a computer and immediately reject his application. You can't do that. You can't have 300 people in front of the White House lawn, ADA. ADA is an amazing thing. Let's save every American for American Disability Act. Well, guess what? I have a disability, and for some reason, I can't get a job. So, do you want me to get on the phone and call Obama? He's retired. I'm not going to call him. I'm using proper channels. I'm doing my best. But, it's not written moron over here. It's written Godzilla. I specifically did not wear it because I don't want to cause earthquakes everywhere, because I'm furious. And, wearing my Godzilla hat right now when I'm furious is probably not a good idea. Right now we're going to wear the Reds hats. We're going to wish everyone who loves baseball a happy season. We're going to tell everyone who loves MLB The Show, especially the ones we're lucky enough to score a special edition, the one that is with all the accolades. Enjoy yourselves, and Black Lives Matter. So just enjoy that, and I have special shout out to all the president and former vice presidents. Don't worry, in due time I can't afford it because I can't afford it because of bad CEO. But when I do afford it, once a month I'll try to gather my collection of baseball hats and shout out to you guys. So I had to get this because it's been a long time for one of my best friends, and to say I have his back because I'm pretty sure he has my back. And I'll get a White Sox hat for Obama. I'll get a St. Louis Cardinal hats for Clinton. I'll get a Texas Rangers hat for Bush, and I'll get a Phillies hat for Biden. Boy meets world. You know, we're all in this together against Trump and his group of annoying KKKs. We have to get together, get our hands together, and work together to end this problem once and for all. It was kind of like everyone riding each other, MAGA cult. Look, goddamn it, people of African American ethnicity started to disappear in places around the country. Okay, in Mississippi, they found cadavers. They found cadavers like 200 people, bones and all this and that. Like it's not a joke anymore. The whole little speech on the news with MTG, Military Green, and Laura Borbert, that shit's over. Okay, I may act like some kind of teenager, like, oh, let's play some South Park. Okay, I can do that, but I can also start talking about quantum mechanics and basically give you an aneurysm in like 3 seconds. So I'm not going to do that. So we have bigger problems. There's the war in Ukraine. There's Israel-Palestine conflict. We need the ceasefire. It's very important. There's a genocide. We need to Afghanistan rising. Very important. The spring is here. People will go out of that winter. The Afghan people need our help. Make sure that there's not a famine there. There's all of those SIVs, translators, who need to get relocated. With the great organization, the one left behind. And there's a lot of topics to talk about. Netanyahu went completely bananas, and he started attacking Lebanon. He started attacking Iran. How much damage as one person can do until we realize how stupid he is. Interpol was supposed to put him in handcuffs. They say we can do it. And look what the damage he's done. Anyway, guys, I'm hungry. I gotta eat dinner. It's late, so I'm gonna eat some dinner. And don't worry, this is Coffee with Zack. You're not seeing me with my cup of coffee. Just picture it, and just drink your coffee. And yeah, I don't know how to live stream on PC. I'm not. I live stream on the PlayStation, but once I figure it out how to live stream on the PC, on Steam, I'm gonna live stream some Half-Life Alex. I can't wait to play Alex because I don't know where Gabe Newell is sitting right now, but Half-Life 3 confirmed. I gotta see it. We've been waiting. We want to see Half-Life 3 confirmed. I need you to tell us a story about this G-Man. We need to know who the hell he is. And how the fuck did he just happens to show up everywhere we go with a goddamn briefcase? And he has so much power. Goddamn Elon Musk. We need some Half-Life. We just picture all of us going through the trauma of being running around with a crowbar trying to deal with a crazy situation over here. We need Half-Life 3. We need Half-Life 3 confirmed. And as far as Cliffy B, well, please give us that Unreal Tournament sequel, and especially the football mode. We can't wait to play that again. It would be fun. Anyway, it's the month of April. I don't know what holidays are coming up, but if your wife's birthday's coming up, don't forget to give her a green card. Very important. And yeah. To all my fans in the Final Fantasy world, I'm so far behind on Final Fantasy 15. I'm sorry. There's too much to do, but I got a book. Apparently, there's a love story of Final Fantasy 15, and I'm gonna read it. So, as you know, I can read like 20 books just like that. So, I'm gonna read the Final Fantasy 15 novel love story, and I'm sure it's gonna be fun and gonna be a great book. Um, Nobody has translated Yukikaze yet, so if you if you're in Japan, please translate novel 3 of Yukikaze. My favorite, one of my favorite novels about Rei Fukai and his friend who's read. Oh my god, I'm gonna forget it on top of my head, but we need we need the translation of the third novel. Yeah, we got Yukikaze. Good luck, Yukikaze. The second novel. This is the third one. It's in kanji. I can't read this. You know, I need to read this. You've got to translate this for me, please. Onegai shimasu. Translate Yukikaze. Sento Yusei Yukikaze Volume 3. Onegai shimasu. Translation. Arigato. All right. I'm gonna take my break in my dinner break, and then I'll record a French video. I have to record a French video. Very important to record a French video, and yeah. So I'll record a French video, and it will it will follow. So do one in French. I did one in English, and let me just say that I want to personally say that to the person who ruined my weekend. I am not mad at you. I understand why you had to do it, but I'm a little frustrated when I had to look forward to this for 3 to 4 years to go to a concert, and basically I had to stay up and write a report 11, 1147, 1148, 1149, 1050, 1151, 1152, that I had to write all these reports, and I still didn't get paid. And I missed a weekend at the W Hotel. And I was in my office. And I was in my hotel room. So I know, you know, you didn't mean to ruin my weekend, but I was really looking forward to chilling at the W Hotel. I was looking forward to going to Japantown, going to French restaurant. I finally had money on myself. I finally had like $400. I was like, I'm gonna be able to eat at the French restaurant, and I was gonna eat in Japantown, and it got ruined because of the fucking report that you asked me to write, and you don't even pay me for it. It's really annoying. Anyway, shout out to Jackie Chan, 70th birthday. Amazing. We'll get to do some Rush Hour 2 quotes and watch it another second time. And also going to watch some of Jet Li's catalog. It's very important I watch Jet Li's catalog. You know, these guys are getting old. They're getting old, and we need to enjoy their catalogs before I get to enjoy, good old Tony Jaw's catalog, which I've already started to enjoy. But if I'm gonna have fun enjoying Tony Jaw's catalog, but let's enjoy Jackie Chan's catalog and Jet Li's catalog. Those guys are getting old. We have to show our respect and watch all of their movies first. Let's do that. Let's be nice. Let's show some respect. All right. Don't worry. I'm coming to Fujiwara later this month. I don't know when. I said I would wait until my birthday in May, but I need to see you, buddy. We got to talk. Initial D. MF Ghosts, talk about cars and tell you about my pathetic little sedan and how I really need an LCD screen in there. I need a new something. I need to do this, but my car only has another 60,000 miles. So if you can help me get a find a way to give me this, find me an Audi R6 Avant, like someone who's willing to donate, someone who's a fan, a supporter of this, of my website, of everything I've accomplished, worked on for the past 10 years, someone who cares about mental health, someone who cares about music therapy, someone who cares about everything that I do. I really just need a vehicle with um, an LCD screen so I can touchscreen it and listen to my July radios. Because right now, with with no dashboard system, it's getting really tough, really frustrating. I really need a car. Okay, I'm starting to being being embarrassed over here. Like I'm literally moving heaven and earth, and I still can't get a new car. So I'm starting to wonder what else I'm gonna have to do. Do I have to win the Nobel Peace Prize to get this car? What more am I gonna have to do? I need a car. I really do. I would love that Audi RS6 Avant. Maybe I should probably get the RS7 because it's bulletproof. And I know the BMW people finally show some respect and say, don't worry, we're gonna finally bring the M5 Touring to United States. But you're not bringing that till Christmas? That's great, but I still can't afford it. So are you going to donate it to me? You figured it out. I don't care, guys. I don't care if it's Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, BMW. Stop your all out war. There's four of you guys. There's four of you guys, and you're acting like children. Look what's happening around the world. I'm starting to get really pissed off at the four of you guys. You're four CEOs. You're trying to have another goddamn world war over this. And it's really annoying. And if it's so annoying, then I'm just going to have to tell Olaf to get all four of you idiots and just give me all four cars. That's what I'm going to have to do. If you keep arguing about Mercedes is going to win, Audi's going to win, BMW's going to win, Porsche's going to win. If you guys keep arguing, just give me all four cars. We'll just do it like that, okay? I am tired of this argument of who's the superior German engineering, okay? I've been doing Jolly Radio for like more than 10 years. It's time for me to have this car. Let's get it done. It's supposed to be a surprise. It's supposed to be a surprise. Listen, when I go like this, it's not just Dame time. It's not just me wearing my Dame 8 shoes. It's everyone's checking their watch. Where's Zacky? Where is Zacky? Where is Zacky? When he doesn't have a goddamn car, and he didn't even get to go to Los Angeles to watch his friends rugby, Zack is really in a bad mood. And when he's in a bad mood, what happens when you're in a bad mood? You're prone to make mistakes. Or you're prone to get upset. So while everyone is like, okay, we admit it, we made a mistake, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. My superiors don't give a shit. The super superiors, he doesn't give a shit. I just need a car. Stop arguing among yourselves. I'm tired of the all-out war. Which brand is going to win? If you guys keep fighting over a brand, then all four brand. Then you'll have to give me the RS sports car, the SUV, the BMW SUV, a Porsche minivan, or seriously, like we'll have to just get some of everything then. This charade of the war of all of the big four is starting to get stupid. Look at your television screens. Look what's going on around the world. All this shit's going on, and you guys are still arguing over who's going to win. It's stupid. Right now, I just need a car to get from point A to point B, to commute, to go to San Francisco. In the future, when I become rich, hopefully, or my corporation, Zack Technology LLC, gets better, then yeah, I can have the whole garage with all the cars and all this and that. But right now, I just need a car. You're driving all yourselves crazy, and you're driving me crazy. I just need a car. Seriously. All right. I need to vent. I need to vent. That's why it's so long. That's why this video is over an hour and 10 minutes long. It's because I need to vent. Venting is important. We do this for mental health and emotional support. Mental health and emotional support. There's been some new live stream videos, and don't worry, there'll be more live stream videos, and a lot of the younger crowds are waiting for me to do my big battle between Naruto and Pain. Don't worry, we'll get to that. But some of you gamers, if you can give me some astuce or hints, because this goddamn battle with Kakuro is starting to get really annoying. I tried that battle like 30 times, and I still can't do it. So if you can help me defeat that boss, that'd be great. So we can move on to the next step. All right, guys. I think I've talked enough for right now, and just wish you guys a great, as we say in French, bonne semaine. Good week. And don't have in case of the Mondays. You just enjoy your Monday, and I will be there for you in spirit. I will do more videos, more content, and if you're at the water cooler and you're drinking your coffee, like, I'm sick of this shit, I want to talk to Zack, I want to be there. I want to be in the office with you. But basically, it's like I'm stuck at Area 51 over here. I'm just trying to go to an office setting, and for some reason, every time I get close to someone, they just take them away from me. So, just doesn't matter who wins. Intel Corp, Intel Foundry, AMD, SAP. I don't give a shit. Just La French Tech. Well, that's for the French videos. But I need to just show up to the office and yeah, we gotta work. Okay. Have a good night. Everything's on the website, Zack.coffee, ZACKLCOFFEE. Don't forget my link tree. It's linktr.ee/IAMZAKI1. Please like and subscribe to this video. It would mean a lot. I have almost 14 subscribers on YouTube. It would mean a lot to get to 20 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much, and until next time.